In this video, I'm going to be giving you 5 signs of a one-sided friendship. This might be something you're doing or something a friend of yours is doing. And if you're interested in finding out more, keep on watching. The first sign I like to say is being on call. Think of a doctor. When they're not in the hospital, they have their phone on them and they could get a call at any moment that their patient is in need of their care. So in this situation, I'm talking about when a friend tells you that they want to hang out with you, but always keeps you as an option and never commits to it. For example, it's happened to me. I've said, hey, do you want to go to the movies tomorrow? And the friend will say, yeah, actually tomorrow I'm going to Disney World and I'll be back in the afternoon. And if I come back in time, then I'll call you and let you know. And yeah, we can go to the movies, instead of saying, yes, I can go, or no, I can't go. It's an insult for someone to think that they can just put you on call, that you will sit there waiting by the phone, waiting at the door for you to maybe possibly become part of their day. Let me tell you, if no one has told you, you are not an option. You are better than that. You have better people in your life who will actually commit to spending time with you. And there's no reason for you to sit around for a maybe when there can be a yes or a no from someone who really respects you and your time. You deserve people's full attention or their honesty to say that they don't have time for you in their schedule. It's okay, people get busy, we're adults, I'm 29, I get that I can't hang out with people 24/7, but let the yes mean yes and the no mean no. There should be no reason why it's a maybe, depending on if possibly it works out in their schedule that you will hang out with them. I used to be a people pleaser and I would just sit around and wait for people to say yes or say no. I would never be the person making the decision. And if you have a little bit more of a passive personality, you might find yourself always in this situation where you're waiting to be called to see if you want to hang out. Let me be the one to tell you, if someone wants to hang out with you, if you ask them, they say yes, they say no, and that's it. Because if there's one thing it never was, is that flying serious. I realized I didn't even introduce myself. My name is Faye. I'm a yoga teacher based in Miami, Florida. Thank you for watching. Okay. Tip number 2, if you don't reach out to them, you guys don't talk. If you don't text, call, or FaceTime them, you guys will go however long until you finally reach out to them. Or another example, when you're in town where they live, you hit them up and you hang out and make an effort to see them. But when they're in your town, when they're in your city, they do their thing and leave. You don't even know that they were there. You just saw it on social media, and it's not a problem. It's just priorities. You need to understand how much of a priority you are to somebody, how much your friendship is a priority to somebody, so you're not overextending yourself. When I know people say, oh, you don't give to receive. We don't give to receive, but we don't want to overextend and give way, way more than we receive, because it does not feel good not to be reciprocated in any type of relationship, friendship, family, romantic. And the best way to know if this is true in your friendship is to put it to a test. Let's say you have a friend that you always hit up and you realize they never hit you up. Don't hit them up for 10 days. 10 days, don't text, don't call, don't FaceTime, don't DM, nothing. No communication at all. If 10 days go by and they never reach out to you, now that I think about it, actually, it can be more than 10 days. You decide how many days you want to wait. It can be a week, it can be a month. Some friends you talk to every week, every month, every quarter. Find out how long is too long for you. See if they reach out. And if they don't, talk to them about it. Block them. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Don't block them. Just let them know. Say, hey, I realize that if I don't reach out to you, we don't talk, and I don't really like that. I would appreciate if you called sometimes, if you texted sometimes, if it was a two-way street, if it wasn't just me reaching out, but you reaching out as well. Be honest and have that conversation if you realize that if you don't break the silence never ends. Sign number 3, if you guys don't do what they want, y'all don't hang out, y'all don't spend time together. Perfect example. When you say, hey, let's go to the beach or let's go bike riding, they're like, I'm busy, don't feel like it. And they flake or they come up with an excuse. But whenever they want to hang out, it always follows through because you are open to do what they want to do. And that holds true in new friendships too. As adults in our 20s, we're meeting new people, falling off with old friends. And it's important to set that precedent. For example, I made a new friend and I invited her out to do something. And then she invited me out to do something. And in the beginning, it's a little fragile because if you say no, it doesn't just mean, no, I don't want to go to this thing. It could also mean, oh no, I don't really want to be friends with you. When she asked me out, I said yes. Yes, because I want to hang out with her, but also because I don't want it to be only when I want to do something, that's when we hang out. I want it to be 50-50. And of course you can say no if it's something that you don't want to do, but realize if you're only doing what you want to do, or you guys are only doing what they want to do, it's not going to work. It's one-sided if when you invite them, they say no, but when they invite you, you're always available. So keep an eye out for that. This is number 4. They always need help. They need a favor, babysitter, money, a place to stay, a job. I'm not saying you can't help your friend, but if you realize you have one friend who always reaches out to you for saving them out of a situation, when someone's always coming to you for help, it's because they see you as a stable person. They see you as a reliable person. They see you as someone who can help them. So if that's the case, if you're always the person they're reaching out to, then that could be a sign of a one-sided friendship, especially if it's a friend who's always going through something. It's a boyfriend, it's a girlfriend, it's one of their other friends, their family. I'm not saying life doesn't happen, but it's not fair for them to make their life problems your problem as well, or guilt you into helping them with their situation, because you're going through stuff too. Tip number 5, you're not being heard when you express or set your own boundaries. For example, if you don't like going to the movies and you've told your friend that you don't like going to the movies, you might have even shared the reason why, and they still invite you to the movies, that's a sign that they don't hear you. They're not listening to you, and they're not taking into account boundaries that you have and the things that you like and that you don't like. It doesn't make sense for someone to ask you to participate in something that's not for you. If you feel like you have to repeat yourself to your friend about things that you don't like because they're not being considerate of the boundaries that you set or the feelings that you have about something, and they keep trying to put you in that situation or expose you to that thing, it might be one-sided, especially if you don't do that to them. And I'm not saying that you need to drop this friend, it's over, forget them, blast them on social media. No, I'm just saying that these are conversations that you should consider having with your friend, or maybe conversations you should have with yourself if you realize, hey, I might be the person, I might have done this before. Now that I think about it, I do only talk to my friend when they call me and I don't call them. That's the kind of thing that you have to think about when you want to be an intentional friend. It's not passive, it's very active. You need to be thinking about the other person, how your actions are affecting them, and also how their actions are affecting you. If you liked this video, let me know if you can relate to any of these signs. And if I left out some signs, let me know, because I need to know if I missed anything so I can evaluate my circle. Give me a thumbs up, follow me on social media. Here's my TikTok and my Instagram. And here are some videos that I've already posted. My last one was about how to be the sober friend. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And until the next video, I hope that you act accordingly. Bye.